Pisces, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for mid-September 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we can dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Pisces collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do you got for us? What do you got for Pisces gang here in mid-September, Virgo season? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see what might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. So let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Pisces gang. What's the vibe? What's the energy in mid-September? Let's get this card going. Can't wait to see what we get this week. Last week's reading was one for the record books. We'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, there we go. So I'm switching back to one of my favorite oracles of all time, and I just love this card. You see the lady with all the damn things in her hair. So it's great for that beautiful water sign creativity that we are known for, but there's also a lot on her mind, literally. And that's really what this card talks about. There's a lot of mental action with it. Now, before we fully dive into that, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the September subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, you know I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk about this lovely lady with her big beehive hairdo going on. And if you look here in the box, you can see she's posing for a portrait. So her image in and of itself is a creative work of art, right? Like she looks like a painting, but she also has all these creative implements in her hair. So again, for a lot of Pisces, it's very important for us to get those creative juices flowing. So whether it's crafts, whether it's painting, sculpting, writing, poetry, music, just some sort of creative self-expression, highly favored in this time, which we see this for water signs a lot, but I feel like it's a little extra intense, the need to let some sort of creative energy flow and let it out. So again, whether it's for pleasure, whether it's for business, whether it's for regulation purposes, Spirit wants you to get creative. Bring things from the etheric into the material. Now, aside from that, she literally has a lot of stuff on her head, on her mind, as I mentioned. So again, whether your head's in a lot of different places, maybe you're dealing with a lot of different things, just try your best not to get in that overthinking type of space. And maybe that's why Spirit wants all that creative energy. So we're just going to put her down right there. She could keep doing what she's doing. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness. Shuffle it up one time here for Pisces gang. What's happening in mid-September? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading, my friends. As I mentioned, it's one for the record books because I personally believe it's probably the best reading I've done for Pisces, period, in my tenure on YouTube. So again, for some of you, maybe you had a really, really awesome week with a lot of really great stuff. For those of you that haven't, just know that energy could linger for a while. So if you need a little bit of a pick-me-up after this reading, maybe go check out last week's because the energy was just chef's kiss. It was luscious. So we're going to hope to keep it going. That's going to be hard to beat, but let's see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone, so only take this how it's for you because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else's, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards for Pisces in mid-September. What do we got for Pisces gang? Okay, Magician. We might be picking up where we left off, my friends. Magician is always a good sign in my book. Big card of manifesting, very spiritual. Let's get 2 more. What do we have here? The Wheel of Fortune, Pisces. What am I going to title this one? You know, like we have that reading from last week, and now we're starting with the Magician and the Wheel. Let's get 1 more. And I'm going to try my best to not jump the shark here, and you know how readings could go. They could always take a left. And then we have the Moon, the Pisces power card. So to me, what I'm feeling intuitively and what I know about these cards, there's still a very large remainder of positive energy available for the Pisces collective. If it hasn't shown up yet, it very well still could with what I'm seeing here. And same for cross watchers watching for Pisces. But there will be nuance here. But let's go through this, and I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. But at first glance, looking down here, all major arcana, all very powerful cards. Now, It's hard to really hone in on elements, of course, with the moon. That's a Pisces power card that could represent water, the realm of emotion. And this is where Pisces feels pretty damn comfortable. We got the Wheel of Fortune. That's a mixture. That can also be seen as a Pisces card because it's Jupiter energy, and the co-ruler of Pisces is Jupiter. So not only one, but two potential power cards for Pisces. And then we have the Magician, who rules over all elements. So we got some powerful stuff here. We really do, Pisces. And I think that it can be harnessed, or it can be put to good use. So let's go through this piece by piece and really start to build it out. Position number one, the Magician. Love this card. One of my favorites, one of the first major arcana. And we see him there. He's in front of a little table or a little altar. He has the cup, he has the pentacle, he has the wand, he has the sword. So he has every suit in front of him, and it looks like he's in the midst of some sort of ritual. He has his own wand pointed to the sky, indicating that he is some sort of energetic channel, that he's drawing energy in and putting it to use. So this is a card of manifesting, creating, not just visualizing, but taking action and bringing things in, making them happen. So if you're not purposely manifesting right now, you're probably doing it without even realizing it. So whether you're praying, meditating, visualizing, put those energies to good use, especially with these cards, with this, with what I saw last week. Lots of really good stuff. Now, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, right? Every card has a dark side. And the Magician can sometimes, if we're not talking about ritual or spell work and stuff like that, worship, the Magician can sometimes represent control. So whether we're trying to control our path, which a lot of us want to do, whether there's situations that we can't control. For some of us, this card could represent an overly controlling individual. So it's just something to watch out for, because sometimes this energy could be a little too much. But I'm not necessarily getting that. We do want to look at the clarifier and see. Now, as we get this Magician tucked back in by this piece of amethyst, we move to another really beautiful card. We got the Wheel of Fortune, my good friends, and I always like to call this my good luck charm. This is the four-leaf clover of the tarot deck. Luck is on your side, so it's beautiful for that. So whether you catch a lucky break, a little lucky swing, it's like the universe's energy is working for you. Remember, I said it's Jupiter energy, so it represents expansion, leveling up, blessings, protection. So there's a lot of great things with this Wheel of Fortune. Now, it can also represent change. It can also represent transformation. It is also a karmic spiritual card as well. So it could speak about the cycles of life that we go through. And then especially with him, with the universal symbol, he is also spiritual and karmic. Um, the downside to the wheel, and I know I just listed off a whole bunch of really great stuff, but yes, every card has a downside. The Wheel of Fortune itself, if we're not talking about really difficult karmic transformations or situations, this card can move very, very quick. Very, very quick, like almost tower quick. So it could be very sudden, it could be very shocking, it could be very surprising. So we want to see, like, all right, is this going to be good? Is this going to be rough? Like, what way is this going? There's a certain unpredictability to the Wheel of Fortune, which again, there's nothing wrong with that. Now, moving to the very back end, we have a beautiful, beautiful card for a Pisces reading. We got our power card, the Moon. Now, in my simplistic style, this could, when we clarify it, just tell us something that's coming towards us or a way we might be feeling. If you're connected to another Pisces or even a Cancer, because I feel like this card is shared by both. This could just be representing them. This is a subtle energy, whereas like the Magician is working and doing things, and the Wheel of Fortune is quick and fast and fiery. The Moon, not so much. It's kind of working in the background. It's like, you know how on your computer there's an antivirus that's like always scanning in the background? It's kind of what the Moon is like. It's an energy where it's like, even if it's not right out there in your face, it's doing something. This could speak about dreams, sleep, psychic gifts. This could represent your intuition in general. So for a lot of you, pay very close attention to your intuition, because it could be heightened in this time when this is here. But what's the big thing about the Moon? I say it every time it comes out, and this is for the positive, but it could also be a challenge, is the fact that it's the unexpected. The Moon is a very obscure, mysterious, secretive type of energy. So sure, could this be a good unexpected thing or a surprising thing? Absolutely. Could this be a secret? Maybe. Could this be something coming your way where it's not even on your radar? Absolutely. So we do want to look at it, especially when it's right next to a card like this Wheel of Fortune. But I feel optimistic about this thus far. I want to dive deeper on all of it, Pisces. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here. What do we got for Pisces, gang? What's happening, my guide spirit team? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on our magician friend here. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Pisces, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. Okay, let's see what's up with this magician. Why is the magician in the mix, please? There is something where Spirit is just saying, Pisces, don't even stress it. Like, don't even stress it. And I know that's easier said than done. You have something coming your way magnetically, where it's like you've already created it. You've already put it out there. It's already done. It's coming your way, which I think is really great. Now, I think the only thing that we could take as a bit of a warning up here in the front, when I see the magician with the Four of Swords, um, is to not overdo it. So if you are manifesting something or praying for something, yes, it's good to do it on a regular basis, but don't overdo it, because to me it feels like it's already done, like it's already out there. You just need to let the universe work its magic. So there's this huge energy of the manifestation coming your way, and I'm not just saying that. But just make sure you're not energetically tapping yourself out. Now, another thing to mention, magician and the Four of Swords are very, very, very spiritual. And I know, being someone with Pisces placements myself, that we tend to be spiritual, but some of us aren't. Sometimes, life gets in the way. Some of us have a more pragmatic mindset about things. When I see the magician who's doing ritual, and this, which is meditating and in prayer, for some of you, the message is very clear that Spirit wants you to go within, to connect to Spirit, to go to your inner voice. So if that's something that you've kind of let slip, if it's something that you've kind of let slide, Spirit might want you to really re-engage in any spiritual work. But the main big thing I'm picking up here is, like, don't even worry about it, Pisces. Like, you'll see in the end, like, this was really nothing to even worry about. So it's like an energy where everything's coming your way. It's not a matter of if, but a matter of when. Let's keep moving. Let's see what's up. I mean, so I'd say that's pretty good, if you ask me. Let's see what's up with the wheel. Let's see why the wheel's here for Pisces. Why is that Wheel of Fortune? Thank you. Super, super quick here. Very, very, very quick and rapid. So we got the Wheel and the World in the upright, two very powerful karmic, cyclical cards of change and transformation. So to me, this is something, I don't want to say it's unrecognizable, but it's just something that changes so, so quick within a situation. And I don't think it's for the worst. I feel like for a lot of you, this is great. Now, the World and the Wheel, they do share a lot in common. Again, they're both cyclical. They both talk about cycles and change and transforming. I already mentioned that. Um, the world itself could sometimes represent a close of a cycle, an ending. Okay. But it's not like the Ten of Swords. To me, it's like one chapter closes, a new one opens. So when I get these two in combination, it's either one of two things to me. Either this is like a shocking change or an explosive change. Remember, this is tower-like energy in both of these cards. A change, it's like, wow, that really did a 180. It didn't just do a 180, it did like a 540 or whatever it is. Like, to me, it's like that changed quick. But I think it's for the best for a lot of you. I think it's changing in a lot of your favor. Um, Change isn't always easy, but when it comes in this way, it's like it's already done. Like, in a sense, it's already done. That's how it feels, but not in like a bad way of finality, like a Ten of Swords. So again, powerful, shocking, explosive, change-based energy here in the center. Um, and something is going to look totally different, but in a good way. Let's see what's up with the moon. We'll see why the moon's here, and then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadows. So why is the moon in the mix? It's like the universe is working for you. That's how this feels. Like, with this, relax, we got this, and then all this powerful spiritual karmic energy. It's like the universe is already working its magic. And if you put something out there, you want it, you manifest it, you pray for it, like, the universe will work for you. Let's see what's up with the moon. This energy doesn't feel like it's working against you. And even more of this karmic energy. And it's not even going to take that long. So we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse underneath this moon. Again, beautiful. And the theme, 4 of the 6 cards are karmic energy here. And that is a very complex subject to really think about. Yes, it is more than just reaping what you sow. What you put forth, you get back in return, and the cycles of life. Karmic energy can span multiple lifetimes if you believe in past life energy. So there's just a lot of it here. Now, when I see the moon and the Seven of Pentacles in reverse underneath your power card, it's like you're not even going to have time to get impatient. It's like this energy is, it's like already here. It's already here. Like it's already done. I don't know why it's coming through in that way. And it's very insistent since the very beginning. Like it's already done. Like you already have it. Even if the 3D world isn't showing it to you, like you already got it. I hope that's making sense because that's exactly how it feels to me. And it's coming through very, very clear. Now, the Seven of Pentacles in reverse underneath, I mean, it doesn't feel like a delay or a setback. Like to me, it's just all energy working in your favor. Now, if you're a cross watcher and you're dealing with a Pisces, same goes, right? Like this energy, it's like the universe is working for you. The universe isn't working against you here in this situation. So I think it's really great. Um, but with this powerful, shocking energy here in the center, and then this energy where it's like, all right, I'm not even having to wait that long. Be prepared, right? Like be ready for it because the energy's here. It's coming. It's here already. And it's like one day to the next might look very different. Like it's growth to me. So let's go through and do a quick recap. Then we'll get into the shadow. You know, to be honest with you, I love this reading. Okay, I'm claiming it for myself. It looks great to me. But if you kindly look in the box, position number 1, we have the Magician with the 4 of Swords in the upright. Yeah, I did say, like, yeah, watch your energetic output. If you're praying or manifesting something, you don't have to do it a million times. Just put it out there and let the universe do its work. But aside from that, to me, it's like you got nothing to worry about, Pisces, which again, I don't want to sound cold or insensitive. I don't know what everyone's going through, but this is the universe trying to reassure you, like, we got this. It's already done. Moving to the middle, we have the Wheel of Fortune with the World in the upright. Now, this doesn't feel like an ending to me. It's more of like a change. So whether it's like an explosive change, a shocking change, it's like one day to the next, totally different, but in a good way. And that's how quick things could happen. Now, you know, I'm sure you've experienced it before. So this is kind of like a tower, but a good one to me. Moving to the back end, we have the Moon with the Seven of Pentacles reverse. Get ready for it, whatever it is, whether you're looking at this for business, work, relationships, whatever it is that you're wanting to bring in, I hope you're ready for it because to me, it doesn't feel like it's going to take long at all. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you, Pisces. What is happening for my good friends? That was a heck of a reading. And yes, I always like to pull one shadow card at the very end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. It could be a good thing. Let's get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going. What do we got for Pisces, gang? In the shadows, thank you. Yeah, surprise, surprise. The last card of the main part of the spread shows up in your shadows once again. So the Seven of Pentacles, again, I'm not going to run through the whole list of like, oh, being karmic and patient and blah, 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 because I think you already get it, especially when I was driving a lot of those points home with so many of them here within the spread. There's a lot of spiritual universal energy working around and with the Pisces collective here. Now, one thing I will say, because this is the shadow card, so let's take a look at the shadow side of this card. It's impatience. Sometimes the shadow side of this card could be trying to force something or trying to rush something or try to make it happen and not waiting for something to naturally reach what it's moving towards. So I think it's super important in this time not to pressure anything and not to force anything. Don't be too reactive because, again, spirit's working with you and energy's moving your way. So keep that in mind, especially with this card. Tons of karmic energy. So we're going to leave it at that, Pisces. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the September subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation, you could book a personal reading with me at my website, mastermetaphysics.com. The September calendar is already live, so we could have ourselves a little chat. But for the September subscriber surprise, giving away 3 copies of one of my favorite decks ever, the Everyday Witches Tarot. It's great for beginners and experienced readers. So if you'd like to get your name in for this, it's 2 simple things. As always, my friends, first, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, out of all the zodiac signs, which ones do you get along best with? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As usual, my friends, much love. and I'll see you soon.